Welcome back, guys. This is Atlacatl, and I'm coming back with you with another Steel Division 2 video. And today we're playing with the Fallschirmjäger for Atlacatl, and today we're doing a 3v3. We're playing as the Axis powers again, and we're facing Lee America, Slams, Yo-Yo, yours truly Atlacatl. I'm going to call him D because I'm not going to pronounce that. And Targaryen, the King of Landing. And yours truly will be playing on the right side. I'm sending some reconnaissance and AT gun and some of my parachutes into this area here. We're bringing them over here too, along with some 81mm mortars. Bringing this AT gun over here. And we're going to sneak up some reconnaissance into this little forest patch. And over here on the right, we're moving a Tiger tank, a Pack 40, a Beretta 20mm, and some more mortars. And as soon as the match starts, we're starting to see some armor. Looks like an Su-85. Something is firing. Looks like it's firing on a reconnaissance plane. Oh, and there it is. Nothing too dangerous for so far. Over here in the center. I'm just going to call him D. Has deployed some flamers, a command unit, some reconnaissance into the small patch of town. And we have some units also over here on the left-hand side. And nothing too eventful over here. It looks like a light push with these recon armored cars. And let's go back to ours. And we're dealing with the fighter. We sent out our BF-101. And we're taking back our reconnaissance aircraft. Don't want to risk that too early in the game. And so far, it's kind of uneventful. Seems like everybody's just trying to hold their flags. We do have a 2-point advantage starting the game. Here we go, some fighters. And they're getting shredded to pieces by the anti-air. And our mortars are doing their job. Suppressing the enemy. What is destroyed here? Looks like a Jeep. I didn't see that get destroyed though. And still uneventful. Seems like they gave up this flag here, over here, and now giving us a 4-point lead. My side is pretty stable. Nothing big is going on. And there's a slight push inside the center of the town. Might have been not a bad idea considering the fact that we're playing with the Fallschirmjäger 4 to play in the city instead of this tree line over here. Oh, mortar has tagged that tank that's hidden in the trees. Fighter is going away as soon as it gets too close to this area here. He knows there's fighters around too. And not on top of just fighters, we also have some anti-aircraft guns. 2 of them placed up, giving us a good advantage and a good defense. And what is going on here? Our reconnaissance aircraft picks up some armor movements. And they fade back in. So, don't know if they're going to be pushing yet or what is going to be the game plan here. Lee America is positioning a lot of armor units in the town. The Tiger tank is now firing. But it's only firing an AT gun and some infantry. And none of those tanks are moving yet. And it looks like the push here has stopped. There's some destroyed vehicles lingering around the town, the T-34. And what do we got here? That's some of Yo-Yo Satapai Oh, that T-34 gets knocked out. I'm guessing they didn't see this AT gun here in this little... What is this, a mountain? Yeah, it's like a little mountain hill. And you got this thug over here firing. It's firing at this AT gun here. That's just left alone looking and staring at the wrong direction. Oh, and we got we got an armor push going on right now. Tiger tank is moving back, trying to get into the trees. And the 18 gun, oh, that's a good airstrike. That's going to suppress our tank along with the AT gun. There's nothing here to stop them either. Major mistake on our part. We do have this Tiger tank that can be used in case of an emergency, but it is kind of limited. It's only one and there's a lot of armor coming up. Smoke suppresses the Tiger tank. And are under heavy fire now. Oh, and look at that armor rush. And those T-34 76s are just driving up the road as they sense they have made a breakthrough. We're bringing up some more infantry here to see if we can counter them. But at the moment, they are actually moving forward. The America's pushing forward. Our mortars are trying to suppress and stop the armor push, but it's not having any real advantage, or it's not actually stopping them either. And now they're too close, but they become a little bit too dangerous for this Tiger tank. It'd be better to sacrifice the AT gun over the Tiger tank. See if we can slow them down. I highly doubt they're going to slow down, but we do have a Panzer right here, and this Stug M43 105 looking over here too. So hopefully this can start doing some damage. We are going to need to bring some AT guns and armor here. At some point, the Tiger tank actually goes down. And looks like a T-34 is damaged. But it's not out yet. They take out the AT gun. And this entire tree area is now under possible enemy occupation. It looks like some of our mortars just knocked out a Su-85. I would say the push is kind of strong, but it's not unmanageable. Seems like we're getting a good advantage. We're bringing up the Tiger now to do some support because it is getting a little bit chaotic over here. And some infantry are going to make their way up here. See if we can get as close as we can to the trees here. And with our Panzerfaust, if they get too close, we'll see if we can take them out. Oh, another T-34 has been knocked out. Oh, an airstrike knocks out that Su-85. And it seems like the armor push has been all but nullified at this point. But they must have something here because it's still holding the point. Pretty intense action so far at the first start of Phase 1 or Phase A. Oh, something just got shot out of the sky. They seem to have fighter superiority right now. But it seems like me and... Is this D? Yep, and D are contesting the skies. Here's the dogfight. See if they're able to take out that Yak 30. What is that? A Yak 8 1B1? It's hard to keep up with it. I don't think they'll be able to get it. It's going to escape. But there's still a lot of units pushing through. So there's still a massive breakthrough and a massive gap. But the Tiger tank is here. And it's out of range by mostly everything that's around it. So I should be able to pick these units off. Ooh, no, T-34 is taken out. It's becoming a turkey shoot now. Tiger's becoming an ace. Oh, infantry's trying to sneak up over here on the left. Being a little bit sneaky here, Lee America. And there's some armor units there. There's basically nothing that we have that we can really push in there with those armor units here in the center. But we do have this Tiger tank doing some suppressive fire, and it is really inflicting some pretty nasty casualties on all these units here in the center. Not all of them have been knocked out by the Tiger tank, but a lot of these tanks and a lot of these units were knocked out by the Tiger. And it's still fighting off some infantry, but it is still vulnerable to any type of artillery and airstrikes, as our AA guns have become a little bit limited, with one being knocked out back around here. So we're a bit vulnerable, but the Falsimaker is still going to launch a counterattack. We are in Phase B, and we have to get stronger around this phase. We are playing on Maverick, so we are going to be the weakest on Phase C. So best to win this game on Phase B, or get as far as we can. But the Falsimaker are making quick work of those Atamachikis. Another one's sneaking up here, but they're not going to be any match against these units. The only downside about the Falsimaker is they're pretty expensive. But on a 3v3 map like this one, like this Liana, is pretty manageable. The Atamachikis are just getting pulverized by this Falsimaker. Now they're advancing, taking out anything that comes their way. And that Tiger tank is still annihilating tanks or anything in this area here. And it seems like Lee America is changing his attack position. And he's going to be attacking on this tree line here, which is a smart move on his part, because it defends this flag here and still keeps his gains. And always, guys, remember to hit the bell button. Subscribe if you guys want to see more team game content. 1v1s, you know, we're doing everything now. We're trying to get better at all avenues. On team games, we're good. I wouldn't say we're special or anything, but we are definitely decent. And on, you know, 1v1s, we've had, you know, some trouble, just like any newer player. But we get better and better by the day. Panther tank is now here. It's actually supporting the Tiger tank, who's actually kind of damaged. Driver is killed, taking a lot of damage from the SU-85. SU-85 gets knocked out by the Panther, or was it the Tiger? I'm gonna go with the Panther. And they're still wreaking havoc on this flag. Just the amount of Soviet units have just been knocked out, just advanced in this open space. I would have used some type of smoke to try to conceal my attack, but keeping them out here, especially when they're completely outranged by the Panther A, and now with this Sturmpanzer, it's going to be a tough thing to deal with, because their infantry and their armor is going to be completely suppressed. You still have the Tiger tank here. It's damaged, but it's getting repaired by this this ammunition truck. And it's still in the fight too. And it looks like it's back in action. It's still penetrated. You can see the damage on the Tiger itself. But we got to be careful how we play with them. And we still have this reconnaissance tank here. It's not really going to hold the ground, but it can definitely do some damage to that Gavaria. And the Panthers are the Panthers and the Sturmpanzer IV are going to deal with anything that comes around this area here. So the flag has been recovered. It's 16-12 now, and we're starting to gain back our ground. And we're dealing pretty well with the initial armor push. And it looks like D's made some good well, I don't think he's made any progress, actually. I think he's in the same spot he was before. It still seems pretty heavily contested inside there, but nothing's really changed here. Made some progress in this hill, so I would say that's pretty good. And we're making... Well, just taking back what we had before. So, not making much progress as well. We're getting a good eye view of his units with that plane in the sky. And just the amount of planes up here is insane. What is everybody just deploying everything on the right-hand side? There's like one fighter here, like 2 fighters, and there's just tons of recon all over the place. Pretty crazy, actually. I don't think I've seen anything like that even on 10v10s. More fighters are coming out. This is crazy. There's a massive battle going on in the sky. Seems our aircraft are trying to do some damage over there. Let's take a look at him. He's fighting that, looks like that was a bomber. No, it had some rockets. Oh, something just got shot down. And the battle for the air continues. The enemy does still have the positions they had started with the game with. So they're in balanced position, but we have made some ground here. So we're getting close to the flag as well. The flag on the left-hand side is still not taken here. And we're still trying to deal some damage to the units in the trees and around the town. There is a lot of destroyed around this area. There's a lot of carcasses. Ooh, some shells. Ooh, that was just destroyed. Looks like the Panthers are a massive menace right now. And they're firing at this AT gun that is out in the open. Not a good idea, Lee America. You also deal with the Sturmpanzer, which is going to be very aggressive and dangerous towards any AT guns or infantry. I'm guessing he was trying to get it close to the trees. I'm trying to take out the Panthers and Sturmpanzer for. But he's getting completely just viewed by right up in the sky. And we're seeing more of... It was knocked out. Some more armor make its way up. Trying to counter this armor push here. And so far our flank is holding very good. And we've pretty much recovered from the earlier blitz. All by taking advantage of this side here, right here, and just watching over this flag from a good distance. And look at this, Tiger Tank has still been around since the beginning of the game. He's still kicking it. Still guarding this little area. Oh, and they're taking some damage from the T-34s. More bomber aircraft in the sky. It's just getting overwhelming. The entire Luftwaffe right now is just tearing apart the Soviets. Oh, look at this Tiger. E is now going to overlook this position as we come close to this flag here. Oh, that was just shot down. And it looks like the only survivor is this T-34-85. All its armor units and its friends were just completely wiped out by those Panthers. At this range, the Panthers are going to be a dangerous menace. But you can sense that something's coming with this airstrike. Will it do any damage to the armored vehicles? We'll see. Oh, couldn't even get close. It's getting completely just thrown away. Oh, that's sad. The Tiger had... He was knocked out. Well, I mean, he took a lot of damage. And the chances of him not surviving was tough. He wasn't going to survive a direct shot from a T-34. But speaking of, penetrating, look at this T-34 with the damage it took from that airstrike, from those tank rounds. Oh, it disappears as we lose eyesight of it. And it all has quieted down. 13-15, still a close game. We've entered Phase C. We got 14 minutes left on the clock on a minor defeat for the Soviets and a minor victory for the Axis. And we're bringing up one of these Italian bombers. Their anti-air defenses are kind of lacking, for a better term of the word. And there goes this airstrike. Where are the bombs? Oh, there they are. Will they hit that T-34? Oh, that was a good kill. And the skies are completely bare of enemy aircraft. Oh, as I spoke too soon. We're starting to see some LA-7s make their way through. There's another bombing strike coming in with this Italian bomber. Oh, that was shot down very close to the ground. And we're getting fired on by a fighter aircraft, I believe. Can this bomber survive till it gets to its target? It is being chased down by that Yak. Is that an LA-7? Oh, and it drops its payload. See the angle. Oh, it got shot down, and don't think the bombs landed on anything. That's pretty sad. These are expensive. So rocket strike on an Su-85 knocks it out. Still plenty of armor to deal with. But it seems like the Air Force is our go-to weapon right now. Even despite the fact we have good armor on the field, our airplane are really doing a lot of damage. We got a dogfight with that what is this? Yeah, BF-110. It's too slow to really dogfight with anything. I only picked these because they were cheap, but massive mistake, I think. Could have done with a better aircraft. It looks like they're bringing up some infantry, these M2s. Pretty dangerous with these tanks overlooking the road. It's quite a bit of a gamble. Maybe reinforcing the guys that are here, but it's pretty dangerous. This bomber just dropped some bombs, I think right here, but he got away. There's another bomber coming up. They're gonna be able to unleash his payload. Oh, it does. Let's see what it drops. Oh, a Yak-9 was also knocked out of the air, and we're not sure really what it hit. But the town is being pulverized. Some recon units are able to make it up to the flag. So now there's a good viewpoint of this road here as well, making this road here and this one completely dangerous. And there's a massive battle in the sky. Oh, that plane is knocked out. There's just overwhelming amount of aircraft in the sky, especially on the right. Is that going on all over the map? Or is that just on the right? It's like massive dogfights. Oh, that LA-7 was just knocked out of the sky too. And recon is doing its job. We're seeing some T-34-85s back in the town. We've brought up some heavy artillery now. No more games. The mortars have done their job, but this is a job for heavy artillery. And another bomber sneaking its way in. There's nothing to stop them. Backing out to see where the bombs land. The amount of damage they do. Oh, they don't knock anything out, but they do make that command tank move back, which is going to lower the experience on these T-34s. So despite not knocking out the T-34 command tank, it's still done some damage to these guys. You can see the farther they get away from the command tank, the lower their star vendors goes down. But we just have so much aircraft to throw. And we're going with the priority target right now, which is the commander. Oh, no. My bad. The column of T-34s. Oh, something blew up. Oh, those T-34s are going to be vulnerable to these Panther tanks. And we got a tank battle. It is a smart tactic to try to close the open ground, especially with the game being 14-14. Another Panther tank has been knocked out. Where was that knocked out at? Oh, clicked on it too late. T-34s are being just butchered. Ooh, that shell was heavy. And some parachutistas are going to make a breakthrough for here. That T-34 might get this Sturmpanzer. I don't know if it's going to get the Panthers. Yep, it did get it. But, oh, just the amount of armor just being blown. And there's still more T-34s. We only got a handful of tanks on the field. Got a Panther commander making his jolly old way up to the front. Taking his time. Little nice and tender. Another bomber aircraft dropping some bombs on those T-34s. Targeting the command tank specifically. And here comes the strike. Oh, but does not kill the commander. That commander's had a lot of luck. He's been hit with 2 airstrikes. His tank is charted completely. And yeah, he's still rolling around fighting. What can you say about Soviet engineering? And this vehicle is just as burnt up as that T-34. It's taking a hell of a lot of damage. Another bomber aircraft is just relentless airstrikes. That recon tank is going to get blown, and that's going to completely blind them. Yep, blinds them right here. While they're being shredded with artillery and everything we have. The amount of damage that's done to that town is actually quite insignificant. Oh, but there's still shells falling all over the place. Another airstrike. Looks like this time it's meant to try to take out that poor commander. Oh, and something was killed. It was a T-34, but I'm not sure if it was a command tank. Might be the command tank. Another bomber. Air supremacy. The Soviets cannot hide. Oh, damaged but still in the fight. The amount of aircraft we have, excuse me guys, the amount of aircraft we have here is ridiculous. Eight minutes till the end of the game. The Soviets are feeling the pressure. We've captured some major ground now. And we've made a great little breakthrough. Oh, we just watched those guys get completely butchered. knocked out by artillery. The Su-152 is just getting strafed by the amount of aircraft just in the sky. Once again, it's just the Luftwaffe is just all over the place. Oh, another airstrike. Where's that landing at? I think this was an AT gun here. So far, it's been an intense game for a 3v3, but it's been more in the air than on the ground. There's been real big, heavy pushes by the Soviets. We've done more lighter pushes supported by air. And the air is just dominating the ground. And the artillery is just putting it on them. More airstrikes. Those fighters have completely just cut off the enemy's entire... I think the Air Force has been just shot down. Yeah, there's no more aircraft on the other side. I was right. Everything's just on the right for some reason. Lenina Air is just getting brutalized by basically the entire team's Air Force. I don't think I've ever seen something like this. The fact that I'm also a participant in it makes me kind of sad too, because we really are pounding them with their Air Force. Just dropping bombs. These guys are pinned down as there's a counterattack back to capture this flag. If we can capture it and bring the game at 14-14, still anybody's game. Close game. Still a close game. More airstrikes. And it's just the entire Luftwaffe is just overwhelming this right. This is ridiculous. I do not remember this many aircraft just being used. Well, enjoy cinematics of airstrikes on armor units. This might land on those T-34s. Oh, landed close. Pilot must have been drunk. Another bomber. It's gonna hit that little recon unit. Just look at that. The amount of aircraft that just keep flying over here. Oh, just lost some infantry. Seems they're making some gains on the push on this flag here, but where's the actual breakthrough? Is it just this small little patch here in the town? Because I don't see really anything else that's changed too much outside of this this gap here on the right. We're making some movements, but not, I'm gonna say, crazy amounts. We're still dealing with some opposition, and the enemy's still alive. More Italian bombers. We have two Fallschirmjäger 4s here. And both decks are just bombing the living hell out of the Soviets. A T-34 was wiped out. I didn't know that bomber was going all the way back there. Another bomber. Bombs are just being dropped. That bomber just releases bombs over that tree line here. See the damage that happens. Boom, boom. And we got another one about to bomb that T-34. And it's just mayhem for the Soviets. Oh, they're just getting wiped out by aircraft. Nothing to counter them. Nothing on the ground that can shoot them down. Aircraft so far are king of the battlefield. And now we got a slight push towards the town. And this flag is captured, and we're making some solid ground. Now there's an attack out of desperation by Lenina Air, as he's lost 2 flags, and his counterattack has failed, while they're being suppressed by aircraft, and they're also being suppressed by tanks. The artillery's having some effect. He's getting close to the town. We're getting some reconnaissance tanks to come in here too to give him some support. And will those tanks fall for this ambush? We do have Panzerfaust. Oh, one gets destroyed. We get the other one. Oh, it's down. Wow. It has just been mayhem. It's just been mayhem. As soon as they lost air supremacy, it's just been absolute carnage. Like, look at the amount of units just burning. T-34 is just withdrawing. Everything that comes up even close to this road is just being butchered. The flag is still being held despite the fact that everybody basically just died. That MG is, I guess, still kicking it. And there are only 3 seconds left on the clock. And it has just been an absolute blitzkrieg of the skies. 36 minutes. Let's look at the stats. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a slaughter. Yeah, that was tough. But they did their best. They did pretty good. Lee America did a great push towards the beginning of the match. He held his own, but as soon as air supremacy was lost, he was at a complete disadvantage. Everybody had similar stats. I had the highest deaths, and that's just because I did a lot of combat with Lee America. I am surprised that they had much less deaths than I did. Wonder what they were doing in that town the entire time. Let's see the chronology. Kills. Strom. Ooh, wow, an Su-85. Good one. Tiger tank. Yeah, that was everything that was in the center. This little recon tank took some Guevara with it. And the Panther was on a kill streak. Along with this Panther. My God, the amount of units these two Panthers just knocked out. Bomber aircraft have tanks. It's been some really good kills. I say nothing outshines the Panther tanks. And just losses. We lost maybe 2 tanks. Some assault guns, but overall it was a good 3v3. We will be doing more of these team games. As always, we'll always be bringing this content. I know we've been doing some 1v1s. I have noticed that the 1v1s have not been doing as good as the team games. But we are competing in some tournaments. And we're also trying to get just generally better at doing 1v1s. It's not always about the, doing some team games and stuff. But we'll always keep doing it. I'll always get, videos released and everything. I do have a busy schedule. The last 2 weeks have been extremely hectic. So if you guys can tolerate me, I always come back with those 2 videos every 2 days. And, I always appreciate the support. And remember, guys, we will be having our raffle this Monday. So look up for that notification. Make sure you guys participate and get your DLC. 3 winners will be winning a chance to get DLC of their favorite selection or a copy of the game. It's going to be 3 winners. And I hope this community grows. So far, I've enjoyed making videos, and I enjoy you guys. You guys are awesome. And for all the new people that are watching too, like, subscribe if you made it to the end of the video. Give us some support, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.